All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a wonderful day. It was a surprisingly calm day in the market. Unless you were a premium plus subscriber and watched the watch list and were there in the morning
Premium
and then
plus
you knew
subscriber.
what to expect. Oh, but other than that, we got a big day ahead of us tomorrow. There's a lot of data, everything from earnings to Powell and the economy. And I got a nice little list for you. A couple of pretty pictures, a couple of plays. And yeah, I hope you guys are ready for the end of the week. It's already been wild, but it is high stakes. That's why a day like today, it calms down and everybody's waiting. The rally's still holding, and we're going to talk about it. But, bro, you have just gone through something very wild. Make no mistake. So we're going to talk about all of that. Did I tell you you have TLT on the menu today? Oh, maybe I should get you excited. You have TLT on the menu today. Yes. Yes, my friend. So not only for all premium plus subscribers, not only are you going to be getting your UNH, which you got at perfect time to save you a good 10 or 15%, but other than that, you have TLT on the menu today, yes. Yes. So take a seat, grab your notes, strap on in. My people on the recap, you're going to have to bear with me for a second. But what's up, baby? Good evening. How are you? What up, Mayhem? What up, Enrico? This place loves you. What up, Tim Whitman? What's good? Justin, Hallball, me, Nacho, Jacobin, El Chaparro. Nepal. Oh, yo, Nepal. I thought of you. Bro, I saw a video. I'm sorry. Bro, I thought of you. Hold on. Nepal, at your gas station, I want you to put a bowl of water at the cash register and put a lemon and a quarter. And you tell everybody they put a quarter in. And if they could balance a quarter on the wet lemon, they get $50. Okay? Nepal, you own a gas station. You could do this. Right now, Nepal. I gotta see this. Please, Nepal. But what up, John? What up, Cosmo? Good evening. Someone tag me in the video so I can show him. I'm gonna show you after we get through everything. Oh, yeah. Oh, what up, Devlin? Adam, Mr. Edwards, Cart, Gus Gonzo. What up, my boy? Are you ready, my boy? What up? Oh, Ciro, you ready, my boy? Oh, Tyree, are you ready? Dev the Lurker, Josh Jacobs, Supreme. I got King Kong in the tongue. What up, Truth? How you doing? Good evening, Jason. So, Chattadonia, if I missed you, God bless you, man. I hope you guys are ready, and I hope you're feeling good, but let's get right into it, my friends. Come on, what did you... Oh, the Twitch, I forgot about you, but hello. But Chop City. So you should go listen to this song. Go listen to Rack City by Tyga. If you're old, you know what this is a peak, this is a banger, but that's another topic. Either way, you are still in Chop City, and today, we were talking about it yesterday, and we said, be careful and be ready if it slows down, if we don't get that speed, if there's no panic, if it's more about price calibration, you're not going to get crazy trading opportunities. And today, every single news, everything, the Qatar stuff, it was all a pump fake. We really went nowhere. And within 30 seconds of the open, I would say, not even the open, pre-market, we were talking about this. So I think you got to really see it, but you also got to see how powerful it is because it could help you mentally not get frustrated and hopefully save you a lot. But now, this is the dynamic that we're in. You could quickly go from nothing to something. And we're going to talk about it a little bit, but you have done a lot of things so far, man. This has already been a wild move. So be ready for tomorrow. And I think tomorrow, I have the list right here, and this is what I'm talking about. This is all of the data tomorrow in order of importance. So retail sales is the economically most important one, then PPI, then industrial production, then business inventories, and then home builder sentiment. This is order of most importance, has the ability to move the bond market, so on and so forth. So you have a lot tomorrow, but you have some chop. And again, the market's weird. So what I want you to look for tomorrow is a confusing reaction. Okay? And what I mean by that is there's going to be so much thrown at you. You're even going to get Alibaba and Walmart earnings on top of all of this, and Jerome Powell before the bell, right? So imagine you're going to now, after this crazy 2-week rally, and we're going to talk about it. I don't know if you guys realize. I'll just show you right now. I'm going to give you, I like to go over the pretty pictures afterwards now because it's nice. It's easy, but I'm going to show you one right now to just kind of highlight, again, and be prepared for a lot of weirdness. And, like, you're in the middle of it right now. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not, like, in the middle right now. This is what these last couple of weeks have been. But do you realize that this bounce that you have went through on the SPY, even the NASDAQ, this is the biggest, like, drop in recovery since COVID? That's insane. So COVID, you went down 35% over 23 days, and you recovered in 103 days, right? This time, we dropped 21% on the S&P at the low. NASDAQ went 28%, and now you're pretty much recovered that in 33 days. So literally, you have not had a V shape like this in a while. This was a very aggressive move, but what's the big difference? There's a very, very big difference, actually. Exactly 5 years apart, but what's the big difference between those rallies? It's really fascinating if you think about it. So second biggest V-shaped recovery since COVID. Yeah, they didn't print $1. My goodness. Amazing. So last time you had that recovery, they also fucked up the whole monetary system and now disenfranchised a bunch of the youth and made the boomers the enemy because now they can't afford a home because they issued $2 trillion. And then Joe, yeah, do it again. Double it. You double it, give it to the next BlackRock. No, that's it. So, yeah. But I thought that was fascinating. So, like I'm telling you, right now, you are in the middle of big stuff. This is not anything light. And that being said, look out for tomorrow, and you'll see this. We've already dealt with it. But, like, watch for all of the data and watch for a confusing reaction. Meaning, the market, you might have a weird spin tomorrow, and the market will start running or selling off based off of business inventories, even though the retail sales was really hot or really small. You see what I'm saying? Or we're going to ignore all the data in the morning, and then this dumbest comment by Powell will either kill you or make you go up and then get everybody freaking out again. It's going to be very random what hits tomorrow. So if it's obvious and it's easy with the data, then ignore everything that I'm saying. So I have multiple outcomes, but I hope you guys are getting what I'm talking about because you're definitely going to need a head on a swivel. Don't be so quick to jump in the sense that, yeah, maybe retail sales, PPI, you're like, but the economy, but this, but that. But we're still in this weird mode, and we're playing stop and go after an extremely, extremely historically large rally. So keep that in mind. Watch out for the data tomorrow, and we'll see where it takes us. And now the other part of this, and this is kind of related to what I just told you, it's what you're going to be dealing with tomorrow, Jerome Powell. So he's going to be right before the bell, I believe at 8:30, hour before the bell. I don't think he's going to say anything new. If anything, his job is getting easier. I mean, the only people mad, again, the bonds, and we're going to talk about TLT and where that's at. And there's, every time the bond yields have gotten here, there has been pressure. But Powell, I don't think he's tripping right now. And, I love Mosby's comment at the beginning. You're going to hear a lot of laughter at that dinner. My goodness. I'm Jerome Powell. Are you worried about your job, Mr. Powell? Do you think he's... You know what I'm saying? So don't expect much. But here's the deal. There might be a bullish surprise, actually. Why? Because everything has been front-loaded to the bad. Now things are getting easy, and the hard data. Remember, Powell likes the hard data. You just got CPI. hard. And then again, if PPIs and other things are good tomorrow, that's going to add to the 7-8 months of, yo, homie, nothing has changed. It's actually gotten better. Again, the stop and go with trade is actually leading to trade surging. We're going to talk about that. So if anything, he's probably just going to sound dovish, and that could be the bullish surprise. But a big way is watch out tomorrow, because he's either going to be explicitly bullish, right? And he's going to be, oh yeah, you'll feel him wiping the sweat off of his brow. You're either going to get that, or he's going to say something really meaningless, and then the market is just going to pounce on it with momentum, and everybody's going to go crazy. So be on the lookout for that. Again, that's the environment that we're in, and you're going to have 10 different events tomorrow. I hope you see how this can happen. So be on the lookout. We'll see where it takes us. But other than that, Powell in the data, and still keep your eyes and ears ready. And when you hear red light, you better stop. Fist up. Fist up. You know what that means, bro. Fist up. So other than that, yeah, guys, this is what I've been telling you, man. The market has just did something insane. Whether you realize it or not, whether you like it or not, doesn't matter. And this is what you guys got to realize in like the broad sense, the micro sense, the last week, the last month, everything. It's insane, you guys. I'm telling you, this move down and up, the under positioning, the people getting left behind, the bond vigilantes, damn it. Bro, I'm telling you, the bonds, again, at the pressure point. Dude, this is all happening right now. So this isn't like, bro, like this is going insane. This is actually a crazy amount. You're not really out of the clear at all in any capacity. And I hope you see how, again, the upside is even dangerous. Dude, everything is a really big, high stakes chase right now. So I need you guys to realize, like, even in the very short term, the next couple of days, the next week, you just ran up a ton. You might go down, but you don't have to go down to 5,300 tomorrow. Do you get what I'm saying? So think about it. We just went through a lot. Now we're going to chop. You'll get little minor volatility. Maybe it pulls back. But this is what I mean, where it's going to calibrate prices, but it's not really going to panic. I hope you guys are following me on that. And that's what's leading to the chop. I said this today. You know, I think a lot of people, they said things and they were being dramatic. We heard a lot of it on the TV, the media, even through the banks, and America and all of this stuff. But I think, and they kept saying there's going to be permanent damage on the economy, right? You heard that? I'm sure you've heard permanent damage, right? Again, we brought that up. People are saying, is the damage already done? I had, again, young kids saying, is this the end of America? And God knows what else, right? So they were right, but they were wrong. Because they were saying there was going to be permanent damage, and they were correct. I wouldn't call it permanent, but maybe a scar and long-lasting. But it's not going to be on the damn fucking entirety of the United States. The damage is going to be reflected in asset prices. I think the permanent damage might just be permanent or long-standing chop. I hate to break it to you. And that's terrible. Because that means, rates are high, economy's still up, the deficits, it's odd, everyone's playing chicken and vigilante, everyone's lying. Dude, things are just going to be very choppy, even in credit and funding and a lot of things until, something actually pulls everybody to consensus or in one direction and changing. But, yeah, I think permanent damage is asset choppiness and asset, the unexpectedness. And not knowing what to expect is just going to, the economy's still going to go. People will find a way to conduct and do their thing. And I don't think you're at the risk of permanent damage working good deals, and getting things moving. But, the hesitancy now that it's created and how it's impacting assets back and forth and the lack of price stability, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I'm saying here. So be careful of it and be ready for it, because you're going to get some good things in this market, but that's going to be the cost of it, the choppiness. And that's why I think spotting it, knowing how to avoid it, staying safe. And again, long term, this is why your long term is going to effing wreck it in a good way. You see what I'm saying? Because if you're on a 10-year time frame and you're just using the choppiness to scoop and hold and rack up dividends, oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? You don't get hit by that in the same way unless you need the money. That's why I put money in your long term that you don't need and that you're not going to have to use, God willing, as long as possible. So that will allow you to maximize that and be at the best advantage in this type of environment and into the future. So either way, we don't have to go down right away. And now there's a couple of levels, but after this move, you got to work for the next few hundred points until you don't, right? You just moved a couple hundred points very easily. And now we got to recalibrate a little, or the news momentum's going to hit. But now, dude, to get back to a new all-time high, you're going to have to work for it until there's the easy break. But with how uncertain this was, I think it's going to get harder to spot the easy break. I think the market, even with high yields, will still be able to hit a new high. But, oh, dude, it's going to be so choppy. So I'll pray for an easy break. I hope I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, we'll get an easy break. It'll be easy to spot and ride. But other than that, I am prepared fully for, more extremes and even a new high. But I'm prepared with chop. And that is a very big thing. And that's why nothing's ever promised. And even if it works one direction or for a little bit, I mean, we could quickly be having another conversation and everybody's tone might just change again and everybody might cave from the cave by the end of summer. So we'll see what happens. But that being said, now I do have plays for you, but let us get into the pretty pictures, my friends. So I already showed you this one. I thought this was important, but to solidify what I'm telling you, man, the caving and the high stakes chasing, bro. That's why the chop, man, if you're not ready for it, you see how destroying it is, man, because people get nervous, bro. You're at a high, dude. If you miss out even more, people on the professional, dude, they're getting worried. That's why they got to chase. If you're short, and then now Trump could say, now you're like, you have to ride with Trump. And then what if he flips the script and it goes down and it's like everything's high stakes? That's why when you go extreme and pause, it's a lot of tension. But to solidify, like I was telling you guys yesterday, everyone's caving. Whether you like it or not, what you just went through was a COVID-esque V-shaped recovery. Call it whatever you want. That's the reality. And you could get mad, but I would rather you get money and get over it. Because the reality is a lot of people caved. They're probably going to cave again. If they weren't correct about the downside, why are they correct now? They probably won't be. You see what I'm saying? But the whole point is they're caving, right? So look, this is part of it. Yesterday was one of the biggest days of short covering in the last few years. You had one again at the beginning of the year, the presidency, and then going back to like 2023 and then GameStop. That was it. It's crazy. Again, even another highlighting of the point, like one-day buying activity on the Prime book was, again, one of the highest, second highest in years. So people had to purchase. Again, like I'm saying, they either had to cave, cover a short, or it's just, again, this has been an extreme move. At some people, you had, again, 28% exposure from the bottom. It's been very wild, and you see how quick people's tones are changing. So there's that. And then I guess I'm going to show you guys the next chart. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to save it for the play. And, well, both of these actually are going to relate to the plays now. So I guess I'll show you these and then we'll get to the play. We're going to talk about TLT. And here's the funny part about all of it. This is the Bloomberg's Global Uncertainty Index, right? We talked about this, kind of it hitting that record and being manufacturedly high, right? Well, that we've walked back from peak uncertainty. We talked about that. Ironically enough, the sovereign, like the credit swaps for American debt, have not gone down. So we're going to talk about this when I get to TLT, and this will make sense with my theory, but essentially uncertainty is dying and global uncertainty is falling back, but now the literal bid and price of a default on American debt is at one of the highest rates, signaling danger. And again, we do have an X date and other things with the government. And then remember, the 90-day pause is temporary. Can I remind you, I already have it written down, but make no mistake, that all of the trade deals so far are temporary. And if you're not like, come on, it's Trump, bro, and it's temporary. So we need like full on deals. Otherwise, you're going to do this all over again. Make no mistake. So that's why maybe, but we'll talk about it a little bit. Other than that, though, here's the other chart. This is another one. This is Bloomberg. This is a Bloomberg commodity future. Those little efforts. Well, yeah, this is China freight, bro. So this leads now into play number 1, my friends. So let me bring you to that, and then I'll bring you back to the chart. But watch shipping plays. So literally the China freight index, did you know that it hit a limit up today? So there is a random obscure future that most people don't have access to trading. And that future, it's related to freight in China, hit a limit up after moving up 10% in the trading session. So that chart that I was showing you will go back, and I want you to notice the chart because this chart only goes back, it's only showing you like a month. Why? Because it's doing what COVID did, but on a much smaller scale. COVID, you got to remember, everything stopped. You'll never see that happen again unless it happens again. But that everything stopped. That's why the shipping collapsed. So lately, after the China stuff, and remember I was telling you, bro, I was like, bro, boats aren't moving. And there's a lot of things. Before the deal, the prices were plummeting and going down on the freight, but it wasn't like, it wasn't like COVID, but it was getting bad. And then now, after the pause, it is surging again. And now everyone's rushing to just move. And now the ships and the inbound ships are more than we've ever seen. So this is what I was telling you the other day. It's going to be the ironically, all the uncertainty. This is why I think it'll lead to chop. It's actually driving economic activity. So again, everybody now in China, because again, it could be temporary. Like I'm telling you, the trade deal, it could be temporary. They're just going to play this game, so they're ready to go. And yeah, let everybody complain about prices or not. But if you have the product and you already have it in America and you're not exposed to the tariff, and you sell it to your customer the cheapest, you're going to win. So that's all these companies are doing it, bro. That's why you didn't notice a big effect so far after a decent amount of time. And then now look, this is what this is going to reflect for the next 3 months. They're going to hammer it home, buy a bunch of shit. If the deal is confirmed, great. No, if it's not temporary turns permanent, then awesome. Then you got nothing to lose. Maybe you'll have too much inventory. But if not, then we're going to rinse and repeat and play this game again. That's it. That is it. So watch those plays, though. Because like I'm saying, as long in the next few days as everyone goes crazy, there's pretty much right now a real-time rush to send shit out of China while you can. And whether or not it stays permanent or not, it's a lot of demand. More demand than we've seen in a while. So watch out for those plays. That is play number 1. And then play number 2 now. Good old TLT. You guys are going to be surprised. I'm not going to show you yet. You're going to be surprised. So everyone's talking about TLT. And I'm glad. In some ways. Other ways, I'm disappointed. Because some people are just talking about buy. Sell. But it's like, dude, the bonds, the danger zone. We've been talking about this from the beginning of the year. And I think some of you guys, the premium plus subscribers, you see, you guys, I don't have to even explain it to you. You're really ready for this. And today's talk, I think, will give you another refresher. But at the end of the day, you already know the vibe. We've dealt with this at the beginning of the year. Even then, I told you, 4th time now we're down here. We said, watch how the market is going to do its thing, But anytime we get here, it's the danger zone. And we talked about the yields going high. And eventually, if the yields go high, it's going to add pressure. So a lot of people are talking about TLT right now. So why? This was the issue at the beginning of the year. the plays, the bonds, everything going on, right? So here's the deal. TLT. It's time to buy, but it isn't. That's the irony. And I need you to understand this. This is where I'm going to make you money. Why? And this is where you're going to get an edge. Because a lot of people don't understand this shit. Quite simply. And they don't want to understand it. I'm telling you, if once it gets complex, they just settle on, fuck it, I'll buy it. Okay? Like we talked about even today, like even what we just went through a month or two ago, where I had those 1 penny TLTs. The bonds will break before they go up. Understand what that means. Understand why. Understand the economy and what it's showing. Like I'm saying here, my theory in that chart I showed you, this is what I've been saying right now. I believe right now what the bond market is saying, I'd say 60, 70% of the yields right now being high, the 10-year, it's about 4.55 right now. That's high. The thing about it, I think that is a high 60% of that in the why it's up there is because of what's going on. 60, 70% is because Trump is still spending. They're not really changing the plan. The economy is still booming. And, again, there's a lot of data to show it. You look all around the deficits, the fiscal excess, the fact that the Powell doesn't want to cut rates, and everyone's like, yeah, just fucking push it. The levered banks, the commercial, they don't care. They're just like, yeah, it looks like everyone's saying, yeah, I guess we're all going to really just play along and keep going then. That's what the bond market's saying. 60, 70% of that high yield, that's reflected. I think the other 30% of the bond yields right now is coming from selling and bond vigilantes and fear and disagreement. I genuinely believe there's people who have millions and billions of dollars and they do not mind losing it in disagreement. Someone said, why are the bonds doing that? Why is it no matter what the yields go up? It's because they disagree. They're disagreeing with both fiscal policy to an extent, but then I do think there's people that are just, they're highlighting their disagreement with Trump and a lot of things, and that's what's adding to why defaults are still high and other stuff. And again, it's kind of a gamble, and it makes sense. And that's why I'm saying, though, it's like right now and how the bonds have played out and what's going on, it is time to buy TLT, but it isn't. And again, you have vigilantes, you have people trying to impact it, and then you have the government in the path, driving it a certain direction. But think about it. So right now, if Besant comes up and Besant, Trump, whoever, whatever fucking scenario, you could, mix this up any which way. If they could get the bonds to bounce from here, then yeah, you're going to be like, yeah, look, see, they're responding again. They're calming down and boom, that's going to ease up. Or if the vigilantes are like, you know what? It has been almost a year and, maybe this isn't going to be this. And maybe there is all these deals being cut. Maybe they're going to back off a little bit. If that happens, then yeah, TLT is going to bounce here like it did every time. You hit this zone, right? And then again, Besant, Trump, whoever, they start coming in. Something's changed. And again, the people have, the vigilantes, this slight pressure. It's not governments. They want you to think it's governments, but it's not. There is zero evidence of that. It's kind of foolish to even say that at this point, because that's just not it. It's like it's Gunlock. It's literally Jeffrey Gunlock. It is again, who the other guy we saw today. There's it's 5 people, dude, with 5 people that have enough money for 5 million people or 50 million people, but it's pressure adding there. So, but then again, just like everything else, do people overblow it? Yes, they do. But does Donald Trump help? No, he does not. You know what I'm saying? The deficit, the spending path. I was telling you this right away. I'm like, look at this fucking bill. This is a big number. So all of that that's why I'm saying like more than half of the bonds are just showing you the fiscal excess and what we continue to keep on doing and that pathway. And that's not good. But the other part is I think this added pressure. So if Besant could save it, if Trump could save it at the level again, and the vigilantes back off, yeah, you're going to bounce here on TLT. Or if something breaks, but that's what I'm saying, think about the logic. If TLT is going to really rock it up, something has to break. And if something breaks, that means bond yields are going to go a lot higher before they go lower. So how you get the rocket TLT play, the bonds must die first, my brother. It's literally a philo. It's literally the Bible. You must kill it before it could revive. Do you not get it? You must let go if you want to receive it. You must lose your life to gain it. So literally. So the bonds must break before a major rocket up on the move. They must die. There's no way. That's why I'm saying everybody is forgetting that. Everyone skips that, and they want to buy the calls at this level. But like I'm telling you, if you want the policy panic pivot TLT play, the bonds must die first, and then that will happen. But you can't get that without death, my brother. You need blood, unfortunately. So praise the Lord. He died on the cross for your sins. So I don't know if Besson or Powell wants to either. So let's see who wins. But point is, if it does whatever concoction of events, it could bounce here, or it's at 4-5. What have I already told you? You know this one already. It goes to 4-5. It did it last time. It's going to go to 4-7-5. Instantly. It's going to jump. So watch. Right now, everyone's chilling at the low, trying to convince you to buy or sell it. No? Think about it. It's hit this level 3 or 4 times, and then everybody starts negotiating. And it turns into an auction house all of a sudden on TLT. And everyone's trying to convince you why it's a good idea, a great idea, a bad idea, the best idea, the worst idea. No? Is that not what's happened? Every time? At 4.5? Turns into a negotiation. So yeah. And that's why if this doesn't go well and they all settle on, this thing's going straight to 4.75. And then it's going to hold the 4.75 to 4.5 range. And that's the new danger zone. Because right now you have a lot of upside momentum, and it's a duration, 6 months, 7 months has gone by. You know, and we're moving, we're inching along. But right now, 4.5, we're either going to bounce again and stay 4.5 to 4.2, or we panic and then go 4.75 to 4.5. So that's why it's like, yeah, you know, if this dip don't work and you buy it, it's like, and the bonds do break, there's still going to be a aggressive downside. It's going to flush another quarter point on the 10-year, and then we're going to have to deal with the 4.75 range. So I could be wrong. I'll adjust this. Don't hold me to it, because I'm not. I'm using this just as a guidepost. And if you have watched this information and the quarter points, you know what I'm talking about. But the way, again, look at the market, we're able to go up even with high yields. The way I'm starting to see it, I think 4.75 to 5, that's when the market's going to start waving the yellow light. It's kind of already doing it, but you're still at 4.5, and the market's handling it kind of well because you're in momentum zone. So hopefully you see what I'm saying here. We'll see how it all plays out, but eyes on it. Watch the danger zone. But that's it. How are the yields going to go lower? Well, it's simple. If the bond vigilantes back off, you'll be right back at 4.2. That's what I'm saying, 4.2 to 4.0. It's dumb. If the rich motherfuckers, if they just humbled themselves and put it away, and then Powell calmed the fuck down and everyone stopped this bullshit, bonds fair value, I don't even know if it's a fair value, but easily you'll be at 4.2. And 4.2 is not bad. It's a quarter point. But you'll be at like 4s, dude. It's actually kind of insane. Again, you were just there. So it's easy to get it down with everything that's gone on. Other than that, though, it does not, like I said, it doesn't help that the deficit in spending is extreme. Make no mistake, that's not. Obviously, we found ways to deal with it in this goddamn MMT, but it's not like that doesn't help either. So either way, like I'm saying, there's just extra pressure and then panic and all this other stuff. But it's either going to be the moment, and you'll either get that little opportunity, and, you know, this will be a good bounce as we overshoot the 4.5, and everyone calms down, things have gotten better, and then, yeah, TLT and the bonds bounce. But if you want the panic move, it has to break. I think you have to hit 5 before that happens. And then at this point, even if yields slowly start to climb, I think 4.75, 5%, that's when the market will start negatively responding to TLT going down like that. So we'll see. But either way, I think this is all good info, and you do what you need to with it. But you're going to hear people talking about this a lot. I already hear it. That's why I'm telling you this. So I think you already know the game. And, you know the 10-year, and this little guidance on the quarter points has helped you guys for half a decade. So it's solid, and you'll see it, and we'll know how to react. But like I'm saying, at this point, it's really a question of, do you bounce at the 4.5 or not? And then if not, just get ready for 4.75 to 5, and then we do that. But if it bounces at 4.5, then then the bond market will start calming down alongside everybody else. So other than that, my friends, that is all that I have for you. We had another day of 1,000%ers as well. So there was a lot of crazy plays and shit in between. But, yeah, man, we're chilling. I did some core weaves. I think IP was my 1,000%er. I did a Disney. My Disney play was for January. And then even LMT, we got some quick flips. Protected a Pinduo Duo. Oh, I did JetBlue. That was my travel play today. Remember, I saw travel in the morning. I found 1 2-cent JetBlue place, so I grabbed those because they were the leader. So keep your eyes on JetBlue. And then we hit the fuck out of Boeing. That was it. Boeing was 2,000%er. Bro, Boeing was disgusting because I had the news 5 minutes. It was actually El Coyote, bro. The Qatar, we just didn't. It was talking about the Qatar deal with Boeing, bro. And it was new info, and I was like, oh, I think it's old, because it really sounded like the Saudi deal, right? But then, so I had the option up. I was eyeing this fucking option, bro. I already had everything ready to go. The order, all I had to do was double click. That was it. It was mine. And we were listening, Trump signing this shit, explaining the deal. And he's like, oh, yeah, it was the biggest order in Boeing's history. It's $200 billion. I was like, what the $200 billion, bro? I was like, what the fuck? So then, yeah, and then I just hit it, and then that was 2,000%, made it free. I got a couple left still, I think I sold all of them. No. Did I? I think I sold all of them. I think I might have 1 or 2 more left. Yeah, I sold 3. I have 2 left. But yeah, that was fun. So other than that, yeah, the Pinduo Duo. I was just playing that because I had an option. Again, those Asian plays, the Pinduo Duo from last week, it was on the watch list. Those went $7 in the money. So it started to drop. There was a bunch of other headlines and trade stuff. But I was like, all right, I'm $7 in the money. It expires on Friday. The puts were already decayed. It's dumping. So I got a near the money put for it protected it. It was couple dollars above my strike, and the cheapest it's been. Spend $100 to protect the $700, and then it guaranteed me about $400, $300, no matter what. So it was a good idea. It was better and more optimal than doing a ghetto spread in terms of upside and all that. So thought I'd run it, and it was good. And I did that with Core Weave after we hit another one. So not bad, but it was good. All I'm saying is no one had shit to say. Wanted to buy UNH. Oh, man, that was funny. You know why? Because oddly, not one motherfucker has brought up UNH right now. You know what I'm saying? Ironically enough, nobody, all of us then watch. When I'm done with this conversation, nobody's going to show up 30 seconds later and act like they didn't just hear me talk about it and try to ask it again. Ain't that funny? But then again, premium plus subscribers. That's it, bro. I got paid $40. You thought you had me in the first half, huh? They thought they were, ask them if it's a diamond. No, I turned this into a cash cow. So I got $40 to save people. Isn't that amazing? I got $40 to give you OG advice. That's amazing. So here's your premium plus subscriber clip. $40 for this right here. Premium plus subscriber. So the answer is fuck no. Don't know UNH for the long term. And it is not the diamond. It's literally, it just kind of tracks with Humana. And everybody's already seen the leader fall like CVS, you know, in Walgreens. But you don't have to overthink it. But yeah, it's terrible. Not like terrible, like it's like I'm sure it'll be there, but like no, I'm not buying it. I don't know why. It's not even a new price. It is, but it isn't. But then go look at like its peers and other things. But yeah, no. The answer is no. That's why you have to be a premium plus subscriber and pay me, because you want to pay, but everybody knows the answer is no. So I'll give you guys more premium plus subscriber content right now. Okay? Premium plus subscriber means that we have already answered the question 1,000 times. So they have to just pay. They're paying a premium because they didn't pay attention. So that's what premium plus subscriber means. Most of you are premium plus subscribers. So you locked in. You got it for free. You saved a lot of money. You're aware of it. No, you don't need to waste time. But if it is, again, I'm telling you, this is great economic advice, supply and demand. So if I get asked 1,000 times, that's high demand. We must supply premium plus subscriptions. I must supply it there, and that's why. So if it's high demand question that's been answered multiple times, we got to charge for premium plus subscription. So yeah, so it's a lot of fun. But yeah, no, I didn't like send that to somebody like a OnlyFans video. That's disgusting. Who do you think I am, bro? This is just an elaborate joke that I'm getting paid for to keep people safe, and the irony is that they would get it for free if they just listened a little and relaxed. That's why it's ironically hilarious. Not only would they save money and get better entries, but it's actually free. If you don't need anything. But so I just started after they asked me again, because you saw yesterday on the watch list I said it, and then all day today they kept doing it. So I just kept saying, I was like, they kept asking me, and anytime they'd ask me the question, should I buy UNH or is it a diamond? I would say, if you want that answer, you have to pay for it. And I legit kept saying that because they kept asking, and then legitimately I got paid $40 of people sending in the donos saying, okay, here, tell me. And I told them, and I said the answer was fuck no, easily. It's an easy one, because I said, you know it. You know the answer, bro. You know the answer. Don't let fear hold you back. Ask him. That's terrible advice. The first part was good, but just pay attention. Use your minds and use your brain. Again, remember, are you mad at me, Mark? Because I was just telling you, I was like, don't be impulsive with UNH. Yeah, see? You guys, I'm trying to help you all. And the same question over and over, usually, I genuinely believe it's people who are kind of like, I think they just want to talk about it, man. So I don't think that was you, Mark. You just impulsively bought it, and I said, that's not good. Don't muddy the waters. I want you guys to think. We're making 10-year decisions, So, but a lot of it, you've noticed it, bro. People just want to talk about, and they're trying to bring a certain conversation, and they want you to get emotional. That's why everyone kept asking about it, bro. They literally they want you to think, oh yeah. Oh, it's chill, man. Do I take vacations? Kind of. I started doing it. I've done it 2 years in a row now. At the holidays, I leave for like 2 weeks now. That's been fun. So I just take 2 weeks. But like, I mean it, man. I'm blessed, and my life is a vacation. It really is. So but then again, I like waking up early. You know that? I'm a sicko. But it's good, man. And do you guys I promise you, bro, for real, like you guys, if you just wake up early, it'll tire you out, exercise, get a little bit of sunlight, and sleep early, sleep good, dude. Your life will change, bro. I don't know if you feel like, and it's just, so that's why, man, I don't know, every day is a good day, bro, and every day I feel like something wonderful is gonna happen, every day, bro, so, I don't know, I feel like it is a vacation. You see it on the weekends, bro, like, that's it. If I'm not on a diet, bro, I am, I'm eating the best food in the world when I want to. I could go to the best places, I could stay home, and God is good, bro. So I think life is a vacation. But I do take my Christmas now, if that counts. And all of you will get that. I encourage you all to be content. That's really it, bro. Because, like, you could have a lot of things, bro, but it's not about money. You need no fear, bro. You know what I'm saying? You need no fear. That's all that matters. Because, bro, you could have all them, bro. You know how many people got all this money and they in a chain? You know what I'm saying? Chained, bro. Seriously. He's scared, bro. Go get money. Go get followers. Now you scared to say the wrong thing. Now you scared to fall behind, bro. I ain't never scared to fall behind when I was broke. I was already behind. So fuck you mean? Oh, you better embrace it while you can, my brother. So yeah, like, for real, it's not. And I think freedom, bro, and mental freedom, and God is good, bro. And that's, oh man, I'm grateful. So I've been on a vacation, bro. I'm in another planet. You know that? That's it. And they needed shrooms and a lot of other things, but oh, dude, I'm in another world. You have no idea. And God is good, bro. That's why. It's just, I don't know. Have you ever just seen a snake and not been afraid? You know what I'm saying? Have you ever? I don't. It's sick, dude. That's what I'm saying. It's very psychotic, but yeah, I don't know. It's I'm learning, and that's for all of you and myself, is that you got to learn it, because it's like I will look at the snake and I will not be afraid, but like I also know now to not stand in front of the fucking rattlesnake. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the wisdom you're going to have to learn through a couple of cycles. You better stomp it. But like I'm saying, you got to learn to stop going in front of the snake, though, too. I'm not afraid of it, and you can't be afraid to fall. But at the same time, you cannot position yourself to fall. That's why. Don't test the Lord, my friend. And then don't look back at him and get mad at him. You get what I'm saying? Because it's not it. So that's what I've been saying here, and that's why I think, for real, my brother, are you living up to your potential? You know what I'm saying? Give the demand too. Your body will give you what you demand. You start waking up early, fueling it better, being on the. You could get, if you demand 18 hours from it, it's gonna give you 18 hours. You demand 8, it gives you 8. Promise you. So, and everything else, where it's just like, bro, if you're little by little doing what you need to be doing, you're positioning yourself not to fall. So not only should you not be scared, and you can't rely on little works and evidence, but it's good to have. Does that make sense? Because it isn't by works alone. Waking up ain't gonna save you. You know what I'm saying? It's not, bro. You could do everything right. It's still not going to save you, bro. You get what I'm saying? But it's going to help. It's going to help, and it's good to know. And it's good to have it there. There is something bigger than it. But you can't not do it and then say, oh, yeah, I'm waiting on the bigger thing going to take me. No, it's not. Okay? It's not. Stop it. You gotta start meeting it halfway. All right? I guess you just got a little philo, but yeah. So do all of it, bro. You would be surprised. But amen. Any other questions? What time is it? I'm not eating meal prep, bro. I haven't ate meal prep. This is my second week, no meal prep. I didn't go to the gym today either. I didn't do leg day. I'm doing it tomorrow. I got to rest up a little bit. I'm bulking up now. I'm not going to hit 150. I'm going to bulk a little for like a month of just like eating kind of bad and then go back to it. I'm not cooking. My girl is though. She came over. I'm getting me my pasta. She cooking me some dope ass pasta right now. I still weigh 155. Ironically, dude. Even 2 weeks of like loose diet. I'm still not like eating bad. I thought I would gain a bunch of weight, but I didn't. But yeah, still 155. Looking to buy your first rental. Is there something you would have done differently when I bought it? Maybe have it closer and then use a property manager. But you should do your first one on your own, but I would be more open to property management. That's something there. Otherwise, I guess even learning, I was young, but like understanding it more, I understand now that you do make your money on the buy. So, equity and how much money it cash flows, there you got to understand what you're valuing more. But definitely property management that's the thing that it took me a long time to finally let go and be willing to do that, but it helped me tremendously. It opened up a lot more doors for me. And then, again, try to be closer. But if you're not closer and you want one of these cheap ones, then you're going to need a property manager. Could you get a rental under the S Corp if the business is considered a bakery? You can, but not if it's not a business location and you're not going to get a special write-off. So why not just make a separate real estate company? Oh yeah, there is consumer sentiment. There's a lot of hard data tomorrow. I mean, you might get a little reaction tomorrow, but I don't think it'll move us. But then again, on the menu is a random move to a random set of data. It's going to be reaction roulette, really, tomorrow. So if it lands on consumer sentiment, maybe. But I do think it has started to get watered down a little bit. You should factor property manager in your margin. You should. It's a good thing to consider. But then again, 10% though, if that's what makes or breaks the deal, then that wasn't a deal to begin with. You know what I'm saying? And that highlights a lot that Trump will make an oil deal. He might. I think he's already got a great deal from them. But I actually know. I think he's going to do certain incentives domestically and allow us to drill, but I think he might just let OPEC do whatever the fuck they want because they need to make their money now too. Again, Russia and then the Saudis and everybody in between. Got that. If you buy a house without a FHA, can you still get a FHA down the road? Yes. FHA is not a first-time home buyer. People think the F is for first. It's not. It's for federal. So, yeah, you can. It doesn't have to be your first home. Or, if you buy another house and did all that. Iran had big news today. They said they're actually down to do a deal. I have not done land deals. I think Lending Tips has. I've wholesaled land because I didn't want it. So I just got the paper and I sold the paper before I took anything. But no, I don't like it. I wanted, there's cheap land in some places, but I want a little compound. That'd be nice. I'm telling you, even that guy yesterday, he wanted me to sell. I had to ban him today. It was the same guy who just kept asking about selling the long term for a house. He just wanted you guys to keep talking about it. He wanted to FOMO you. But I can't stress this enough. My brothers in Christ, I would sell this right now for a house. I would be shopping every day Do you not understand? Every single account. Every single one. Big, little, cult sister. I would sell it right now. We get it? I don't think you do. I don't think so. I know how the stock market is. I know how the sirens work, bro. I've sailed this one before many times. I don't know if you get it. The sirens are alluring, you guys. The stock sirens, you don't know. I'm telling you. They're saying this. Oh, it's so sweet. But you should be shopping every day. Every day. Every day. Okay? If I say every day, you should say shopping for houses. Okay? Every day. Every day. Good. 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 God willing. But that's an action you could take. You could be prepared and ready to go. Just like, think about it. Just like Trump coin, just like any of the news plays, think about it. Are you going to be ready to go? Or are you going to have to, oh, wait, I didn't know. Oh, I got to do this. Now I got to have, that's all I'm saying. Get ready. You should be shopping, get your pre-approval, have the agent and everything ready to go. So that you know what you need, what you have, what you can do, what you can't do. And then you go from there. I do think there is a possibility that home values can fall soon. Right now, the projection is area by area. It all depends where you live, and it all depends on inventory. And then nationally, and that will happen more once the job market comes down. That still remains. But even what I am advocating, because I already know there's a lot of smart mother effers, and then you're going to buy a house right now. If you're going to buy a house, how would you buy? Oh, why would you buy? You better rent. Okay, I'm not telling you to be retail. I am telling you to prepare, take advantage of loans and financing to give you a favorable risk to reward and utilization of your cash and leverage for a much more valuable, safer asset. And then to shop and wait and look for a deal. Don't strike. I'm not rushing anybody. I'm rushing the preparation and every step all the way till pulling the trigger. But we're not going to pull it unless we're going to use it. And that's what I'm saying. So, yeah. That is definitely what you guys got to be ready for. So, yeah, it's good. You're back after 5 years. Well, good. Good, but not good. You have work to do. It will be harder. If you've restarted, you must replant. Do not make the same mistakes. But there's still time. Certainty is bad. It is. I think market will be optimistic, really optimistic once the bonds calm down, but also more deals and other stuff, or the hard data. The hard data gets dramatically better or worse. Like we said, that'll probably be the driver or the bill or anything else in between. Shop all day, every day. Yeah, bro. Carson, bro. Remember Carson was like, I found that house. He sent me a house in Gary, Indiana. Sent me the damn murder capital of the world. So, yeah, I like Indiana, but I don't like Gary. I don't own anything in Gary. I've wanted to, but, like I said, I'm not afraid but I don't put myself in those situations. I'm not gonna try a murder capital. Only key to survive is kill. If the enemy don't murder you, then the riders will, for real. I work hard to the fullest, get involved, and I got him playing dodgeball with bullets. Nah, I got the sawed-off hoodie and the Sean John hoodie. Beep, beep, you get beep. Nah. We hit him up if they ain't looking. The body shots hurt with the, no? Headshot. Damn. The red dot spotted and how the head got it, knock his top to his bottom, yeah. Yeah, you see we ride from the bottom and we came from the bottom just to make it from the bottom of the very bottom of the map. Louisiana. You guys don't know that? You don't know what I'm saying? It's a song. It's a Lil Wayne song. No? Check my swag. I travel light sound, dog. It's an old one, man. It's an old one. Old one. On that note, Chad, God bless you and God bless America. Okay? And enjoy your day. And I love you. And God bless you. And thank you for your time. And get ready for tomorrow. All right? Get ready for tomorrow. Let's get ready for the roulette. You'll be ready to go. And my friends, no fear. Literally, that you know it. Go to bed. I pray the Lord will never rebuke those who ask for wisdom. Finger to the sky, baby. Have a wonderful evening and good night. Horn!